back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast, where today we're talking Saturday Night on TBS from February the 9th, 1991. And as I get started in this week's episode, before I throw it to Harper, who's here and Doc is running late, I want to give a special shout out to our largest page contributors monthly. Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Mike Childry, Joe Ice, good old Justin. Thank you for your generous support on Patreon each and every week. And a couple of shout outs. No new patrons this week, but a bunch of returning ones. Rich H, welcome back to the Hall of Fame. And Scott S, welcome back as well. And Patreon is really finicky sometimes. Like sometimes it shows somebody as a new patron or somebody who returned, but they never left. So if I miss you on these shout outs, that's why. Don't do the Burger King thing or Von Erich thing or anything. It's just that Patreon is real finicky, it seems. So anyway.
What's the Burger King thing?
You remember when Doc said if you had to go...
Doc's thing, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, everybody seen Doc? He said he was going to the walk-in cooler, and they walk in there.
I saw they got that fucking, it's like a Tex-Mex Whopper with the guacamole and the bacon and shit on it.
No.
Yeah.
When did you see this?
I saw the commercial like a day or two ago.
Is this a New Orleans thing? Is this a regional thing?
No, it's on a commercial for Burger King.
What's it called?
I think it was like the Tex-Mex Whopper. It had like guacamole on it or something. Let's see.
Now I'm gonna Google it. Oh my God, are you freaking serious?
You see it?
Wait, but this is old. This is from 2016. It says Burger King announces the Tex-Mex Whopperito mashup. That's not it. This is 2016. That can't be it. I'm not seeing it, Harper.
Kind of new Whopper, bro. Let's see. The fucking.
They have something. What I found is called the Whopperito, and it's like a burrito. It's basically a Whopper wrapped in a burrito.
Southwest. What is it? Let's see. It says Southwest Bacon Whopper. That's what it's called.
Okay. Southwest Bacon. That's a little bit different than, what were you calling it?
A Tex-Mex. I mean, it's the same shit, Southwest.
No, it's not.
It's got, let's see, what's it got on it?
Let's see.
It's got fucking tortilla chips, bacon, and avocado spread, and a creamy, spicy sauce. I like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I'll take that. I can't eat that kind of shit anymore, bro.
No, I can't either, as you say that. There's no way.
Bro, we went to Hooters Sunday.
Oh, God. Who went to Hooters?
It was me, Luke, Darren, and...
I knew D-Man had to be there.
Yeah, and it's just like, how the fuck did I eat all this shit?
I knew D-Man had to be there when you said you went to Hooters.
Yeah.
All right, Doc, is that you? Because we're recording if you're on.
Yeah, there he is.
What's up?
All right, we already started. I got through the intro, did some shout-outs, thank the patrons. No new 5 stars this week.
We had one and it disappeared.
I know, I saw that. It was from Cleaning Towels, which is Beer Man on Twitter. And
that fool probably got drunk and tried to drink his 5-star review. His name is Beer Man.
Yeah, Beer Man. So we're not ignoring it. It's not there. And then
it was a good one. I was ready to read it, and then at first I thought maybe I drank too much and I missed it, but then I realized he drank too much and something happened.
Yeah, so that's why we didn't
always
read it.
Blame the patrons.
Well, no, it disappeared. And then the other thing was Chris Browning sent me an email saying that he had submitted one and it's not showing up. So I don't know why. But
I would say blame Elon Musk.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Harper is telling me, Doc, right now about the champ, the D-Man went to Hooters this weekend. So continue, Harper.
Yeah, it was fucking just... I want to die if I keep eating this shit. It's fucking... Fuck, man. I got the fucking Parmesan garlic wings, which was delicious.
The Parmesan.
But I'm thinking, bro, I can't keep... I can't keep eating this shit, man.
The
I want
Parmesan.
the fucking Parmesan.
Parmesan. There we go.
It was good, but fuck,
How
man.
big were the Hooters of your waitress?
Not that big.
Grow up. Grow up.
About as big as Mike's tits.
That's an A cup. So
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it was like, come on, bro.
so they weren't quite B's like yours.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Hooters.
Sounds
I haven't
great,
been
actually.
in that place in a million years. I have no.
You know
desire.
why? Because you're an actual adult. Look at the 3 people that went to this place.
Yeah, well, that's D-Man's place.
Yeah,
I'm sure it is.
That's D-Man's place. I mean, the champ has told me numerous times before how
He
much
hates
the D-Man
going.
loves that place, and the champ says he hates it.
Why not just go get the buffet down at the Shishis or whatever?
Oh, and then you fucking know what the champ got? He got some big old fucking go fuck yourself chicken sandwich. And then he got hash browns. And then, like, at the end of the night, she's like, does anyone want anything else? This motherfucker got a piece of cheesecake from fucking Hooters.
Must have been cheat day.
Ugh. Who the
I don't know.
fuck gets a piece of cheesecake from fucking Hooters?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you play your cards right.
Yeah. Mm.
I didn't even know who to serve that.
Probably.
All right.
I bet Vince McMahon would.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Vince McMahon, so I got the shout outs out the way. I got all the other business out the way. We're getting started late, and we're old, so we don't know how long we're gonna go tonight. So with all that said, Doc, you want to talk about the latest news with Vince McMahon and the additional allegations of more money being paid out to other ladies and women and lady performers and whatnot?
Okay, I think that's the right answer. So, how does that change anything that we talked about 2 weeks ago?
Nothing.
How does what
That's
change
right.
anything? You got to clarify what you're talking about here.
How does the surfacing of more women that Vince is paying off change anything that we were talking about 2 weeks ago?
Nothing.
Okay.
He's still bulletproof.
There you go.
Here's the one thing I'm gonna say. Because of how much power he has on the board, I do agree with you. It becomes very hard for him to get ousted, right? As I say that, I never say never when it comes to a publicly traded company, especially in the era that we're
You
in.
should never say never in
2022.
anything.
Hold on. Normally, if this is any other corporation, I mean, you name it, any other publicly traded company, I'm like, no way, not a chance. This person does not survive this. Because it's the WWE and because it's Vince McMahon, I'm like, I think there's a
Told you.
15% chance he could possibly not survive it. But
You think
think
there's
he's
a
gonna
15?
survive it.
You think there's a 15% chance he goes?
10%. There's a 10% chance. And the thing is, the problem, like, here's why I say that. And it's really.
So you're
while it's
saying
got
there's
a-
an 85?
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. You do this
Jesus
all the time.
Christ.
Let me finish. 10% chance, and here's why. Because you're about to go off on another tangent, and I can't even finish what I was saying. 10% chance. Now,
That's what Harper and I are saying.
the board.
Yeah.
The problem is not the board and them voted him out or whatever. The thing is, if Fox and USA and these TV partners decide, nah, bruh, and they find some reason to pull the plug on the deals that they got with them, then you got a problem, and then is when the action happens.
I said that 2 weeks ago. So the point here is, I don't understand how you saying there's a 90% chance that he stays in power is any different than what Harper and I are saying, is that it changes nothing.
You didn't put a percentage on it. You made it sound like it was never going to happen.
92.5. How about that?
You never said that a couple of weeks ago.
I said he ain't going nowhere.
You said he ain't going nowhere. You didn't follow up with that with, there's only a 7.5% chance that he will be ousted.
Are you off your medication?
No.
Oh, what the hell? I mean, we started the show. You're making fun of me at Hooters, and looking at cans. I mean, talk about JYD. Talk about Bruno. So we all agree he's got like a 10% chance that he.
I believe,
survive it?
And on the other side of that, I think Johnny Ace has a 0.0000001% chance of staying on.
Oh yeah.
He's going to get fed to the Lions here to save Vince.
Yeah.
Bruh.
He's going to pay him off.
The more
He already is. He's got a golden parachute deal in his contract. He's gonna bite the bullet, and Vince is gonna make a donation to Susan G. Komen or whatever, and this is all gonna continue.
every article I read about this situation, I'm not even like, okay, what's happened now in the news about Vince and now $12 million more in hush money. I'm like, okay, that doesn't shock me. It just doesn't shock me. Like, powerful people are dirty, but
no. Here's the thing: everybody's dirty. Powerful people know how to get away with it.
I wouldn't say that, because a lot of them aren't getting away with it these days. But what I was going to continue saying is, every time I read something about this story, the one person that I just start shaking my head even more, like the stuff with Vince doesn't shock me, but man, they are setting Johnny Ace up to be castrated in the middle of the town square. Like, he's just about to get just axed. Like,
well, if you're gonna be a powerful rich guy doing heinous shit, you gotta have a fall guy ready.
Bro, the funny part is, like,
you think if the champ did something dirty that he ain't gonna have the D-man set up for disaster. I mean, come on,
dude. So he got Johnny Ace.
So much dirty shit on you that the minute I'm in trouble, I'm pushing buttons and you're going to just down the chute to nowhere.
Oh no.
Johnny Ace got fired, from what I read, something similar to what's happening now. And they brought him back. Like, so then I started thinking, I was like, well, wait, did like Vince know this was going to come out? And that's why
long game, bro.
And that's why they brought him back. So now this dude is a sucker. I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm like, did he bring him back and now he's the sucker? And to make matters worse, not only is he the sucker and taking the fall, but you look even worse because from what they said, the wife was battling cancer and you're out here playing around, getting Vince's leftovers, their words, not mine, and being passed off Vince's leftovers. Again, their words, not mine.
The technical term is sloppy seconds.
Oh.
This dude looks like just, don't get me wrong, Vince McMahon doesn't just look like total scum. He is total scum. This dude looks like even worse.
Come on.
Why you got to be mad at Vince?
Yeah.
We're trying to get a job up there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get on the network.
Doc.
How many dirty jokes do you think Vince has made while being creepy with girls in some way about Peacock?
Oh,
millions.
A lot.
I think the report of him when he made that appearance at SmackDown is the most ridiculous thing, hilarious and pathetic thing all in one.
What are you talking about?
Well, when he came out on SmackDown a couple weeks back, like when the allegations first surfaced, and he didn't say anything about the allegations. He just, was out there, just
strutting and cutting,
strutting his stuff.
Yeah.
And then they said he came back through the curtain, and there were reports he was like, "Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. They gotta take me down." I'm like, he's just screaming all kind of expletives, just like.
What's the problem, man?
He was just going off like, "You about to have a stroke back there?" I was like,
He
that
probably
just
did
goes to
something
show
dirty
you
that
he
night.
don't care. He don't. Oh, there's no doubt he did.
No, come on.
What's wrong with being dirty? He's a single man,
Sir, he's married.
sir.
Yeah, he's married, but they haven't been together in forever.
Right.
Hey, brother.
Most married people haven't, you know.
Oh, come on.
Come on. You come on.
The Pac-Man cup. That's nice, Harper. I just saw it. Okay.
You just saw it?
Yeah, I just saw it. Doc, didn't you have something else tonight before we get into
Did
the main
we
show?
RIP a very special member of the crew?
Who? Who
Somebody
died?
who shows up in our drops every once in a while.
We haven't done that yet. We were waiting on you.
Big loss this week or the past week when we lost Paulie Walnuts.
Oh, yeah, that was Friday.
Everybody
that
leaves
sucks.
town sooner or later.
Yeah.
Bro, that sucks.
Well, he was 79.
I don't care. He's supposed to live forever.
Oh,
Paulie.
poor Paul.
You know, Mike, do you know the story about him?
Are you referring to the story where he actually was in prison or did get locked up? And
he was legit, but he was also apparently like living on his mom's couch when that show came out.
that's amazing.
Damn.
That's amazing. And then he lands that gig and
Which I've listened to the podcast. I have one episode left.
Which one?
Talking Sopranos with Bobby Bacala, who is, if you don't have enough Harper in your life and you like the Sopranos, I would say listen to Talking Sopranos because Bobby Bacala is about as close to the hard buddy here in certain ways that you might find. But I mean, they would always talk about Tony Sirico and just how close, you know, obviously just like a Stone Cold, it's turned up to 11. It's turned up.
mm-hmm.
But
they always would talk about how he was like what you saw, like that. It was just Tony Sirico turned up.
yeah,
Like, it was the real deal.
which is why it was so great on screen.
Yeah.
And you know, to be one of the stars of the best show to ever be on TV, that's big.
Yeah. Well, who's left?
I said it. I said it when I first started watching it. I told you I was like, he's my favorite. And I think Harper said Silvio was, and
Yeah.
who was yours, Doc?
I liked at first. The first couple of years, Christopher really cracked me up.
He always got on my fucking nerves, man.
Trying to get his little his little gangster training wheels going so he could be a big shot. Paulie was consistent throughout. Although I really didn't. So in real life, because of his previous dalliances with the mob, he had said, I will do this show, but I will never play a rat on TV. How great is that? Live in the gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you saying
I ain't losing. But I mean, to me, it's easy to say, but Tony Soprano was easily my favorite character because it was the dual nature of having to put up with the same shit we all put up with kids and a wife and the bills and that whole thing. And then I got to go out and commit all these crimes to make some money.
Yeah.
See, but to me, Tony Soprano's the easy choice in that because, yeah, it's like he's the star. To me, it's easy to say, "Oh, he's my favorite."
Okay,
for all the reasons you said. You like the easy route, huh?
Mm-hmm. Why are we doing more work than this job requires?
Like the easy route. Is that why you steal other people's lines like that right there that you stole from Robert Fuller? Okay.
What's that from?
It's from Robert Fuller telling Kerry Von Erich, we're doing a little bit more, too much work than this job requires, son. Any other thoughts on Paulie Walnuts, Doc or Harper?
It just sucks that he passed on.
We're starting to lose our heroes.
Yeah, for real.
This is how every impotent man older than us must have felt when John Wayne died.
Oh my God. Oh, John Wayne.
John Wayne.
I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking because
What are you gonna say? Say it.
Whatever.
Come on, man.
John Wayne made every stupid baby boomer in this world think that you could just like I can't even put into words how stupid John Wayne is. It's just dumb.
That's nice.
He made Doc's dad, all these baby boomer males just really think, oh yeah, that guy's a hero. It's a damn TV show.
He's a hero.
John Wayne ain't real. They ain't no John Wayne.
That's nice.
Oh,
but Tony Sirico was real.
Tony Sirico was real. That's right, damn it.
Tony Sirico is better than 15 John Waynes.
Better than friggin' Infinity John Waynes.
Wow.
There you go.
So,
that's what I'm talking about.
All I got left to say about anybody who thinks John Wayne was great is... Son of a bitch! That's right, Paulie. You tell him. Any other thoughts, Doc, as we R.I.P. Paulie Walnuts, a.k.a. Or his real name, Tony Sirico.
No, I guess he's up there at the Bada Bing in heaven with James Gandolfini.
He's at the Bing right now.
What do you say? What do you say? Where you been? What do you say? Oh, whatever he said. Remember when he got out of jail?
Yeah. So what did he say? I remember him telling Christopher, "Shoot your collars, or shoot your cuffs."
Dude, I don't know how that show. It was comedy, but it wasn't.
Dude, he is a legend of all time just for the Pine Barrens episode alone.
Yeah.
Where his hair got all crazy and he's sucking on the ketchup pack in the front of the van, that abandoned van, and he's trying to get the ketchup packs from Chrissy, and they rip out the carpet and they're wearing them, and then they go running through the snow and he falls down. Don't leave me.
Yeah. Imagine pulling up that old dirty ass carpet and that's your blanket.
Harper, you know how filthy that was. Oh.
Might as well lick a wrestling ring.
Oh, God.
A wrestling ring might have been cleaner. That's what's sad. And then Bobby Bacala shows up.
Mayonnaise.
He shows up in an orange hunting vest.
Dude,
looking like Harper.
When Tony's standing in Junior's kitchen and sees him and is leaning up on the counter and just kind of doubles over laughing.
See, here's the problem. I love to cover that series, but that would mean 75 straight weeks of no NWA.
Yeah.
Wait till 1992.
Man. We need to do drive-by versions of the Saturday Night Show. And, all right, 15 minutes. That's how long we got to cover this. All right, time for Sopranos, episode 1. All right. Okay, Doc, anything else before we jump into Saturday night?
We better get into this because it's 2 full fucking hours of a whole lot of nothing.
God damn.
We'll
Let's
get
just
through
go
it.
home now.
We're talking WCW Saturday Night on TBS from February 9th, 1991. I just got the video version rolling for us. And like Doc said, it is 2 hours. I'm not going to sit there and say it's the worst thing known to man or whatever.
I didn't say it was the worst. Just not sure what we're doing.
All right. Well, this week's show is coming to you from Center Stage and was taped January 21st of 91, just like last week. So They did a double taping. This is the back-to-back of that taping. Also, one other note, like I mentioned last week, since Doc wasn't here and Mean Mike Crockett filled in for him, Michael Wall Street, a.k.a. Mike Rotunda, walked out and quit at this taping. So there's that in case you didn't realize that, Doc. This show opens up. We see a replay of the end of last week with Elegante, Flair, Arn, and Barry. JR and Bob Cottle are calling action today. We're told that we'll also be joined by Missy Hyatt and Paulie at some point. They teased the Gordon Soley and Dusty Rhodes segment they mentioned last week. That's one of the big segments I want to watch this week and get your thoughts on. And then we go straight to the ring for Lex Luger versus Jim Corbett. They plugged the pay-per-view coming up on February 24th. And I'm going to stop here and see if Doc's got something from the opening or the first match.
I guess we're going to have to do that pay-per-view soon, huh?
Oh.
End of month, so maybe like the last Friday of the month, like the 29th.
Maybe we should get drunk and do it soon.
We could do that also.
I bought your boy's book, Brian R. Sullivan's book. I saw it at a Barnes and Nobles.
Whose?
What?
Sullivan.
The fucking Solomon.
Solomon?
Shut up and wrestle, yeah.
Brian Solomon. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You said Brian R. Sullivan at first, and I was like, who's that?
Solomon.
Solomon.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
That's
Grow up! Jesus. Okay. Did you start reading it yet, Harper, or you just picked it up?
I got it yesterday. So.
Yeah. It'd be 6 months before you can get into that, right?
Yeah.
This guy Luger's facing is looks like he works at Jiffy Lube. Anyway.
Jim Colbert.
I said he looks like a guy who could tear up 80s country karaoke.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Baby's got her blue jeans on.
Galveston, oh, Galveston.
Amarillo by morning.
Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio.
I bet you Harper sung karaoke.
To try to get in some dumb broad's pants.
He sung country karaoke before. Come on, come clean, Harper. He laughed.
Fucking karaoke, bro. That's so
that's
stupid.
the same unconvincing shit you'd tell your mom back in the day. You were out with
No.
That's exactly what he did, is what he's saying. Okay.
I don't think karaoke has fucking generated cash flow to fucking any goddamn bar consistently.
That's because you've never had Father Mitchell there.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
He'll come slam your cock in a Chrysler and then make some money for the whole bar.
That's nice. All right, Doc, thoughts on Luger versus Corbett here?
My one note is I did like the fact that he finished with the power slam. He didn't need the full rack to deal with this jackass.
Wow. Jackass, huh?
I'm using it, in storylines, not for real.
Okay. Yeah, he finishes them off with the power slam, and then, that was it. Okay, so no other thoughts?
No.
I hate these 2-hour shows because it's hard to get to the next segment.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, on the counter thing.
You should get You should get an intern.
When you
and then you could pull events on her.
Oh.
I would never do that, sir. I'm not like you. I know you've done that in your past.
I believe you would get a position of power and start abusing it almost instantaneously.
Let's go to Lex Luger.
You have interns at Joe's place of employment?
No.
No.
I don't know why I'm laughing the way Harper said that. Y'all got interns?
POE.
Let's go to Lex Luger now. He's with JR after his match.
And thanks for staying with us here, ladies and gentlemen, on TBS. Remember, exclusively on pay-per-view Sunday, February 24th, Lex Luger will defend the United States Heavyweight Championship against Big Dangerous Dan Spivey. But, Packers, there's a lot of things going on as we roll into Wrestle War.
That's exactly right, Jim Ross. Seems the Nature Boy has his hands awfully full this time You know, it's your boy, you say you specialize in big men. But man, this man is so big, he is almost 8 feet tall. You're forging new waters here, buddy boy. Take my word for it. And then we got Wrestle War. Nothing more fitting than the War Games. I've been in this time before. I've been actually in the ring. It's the Horsemen, it's Pillin, the Steiners, and Stinger himself. And the fireworks are gonna fly. But you know, I'm proud to be in WCW. I'm proud to have this United States title around my waist. And fortunate enough to be in the best wrestling at the ring today, because I wrestle where I want. And I'm gonna wrestle right there in Wrestle War. Danny Spivey, you're a big man, 6'9", 318 pounds. But I've wrestled big men before. I said I'll wrestle them all. You put your name on the dotted line, it's you and me and Wrestle War, one-on-one, the total package for the U.S. heavyweight title. Go for it.
What a matchup it will be, exclusively on pay-per-view.
All right, Doc, thoughts on Luger there?
I don't know.
Yeah, book it, bitch.
Well, let me tell you something. Spivey, so Luger's going to defend the U.S. title on the 24th against Spivey, but if you notice right there, he starts talking about Flair and Elegante when he opens the promo. And he's also talking about War Games and who's involved with that. And he finally talks about him and Spivey at Wrestle War. But it's very reminiscent of the studio when Dusty would have everyone cutting a promo talking about everything else going on in the promotion.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either, but you can tell who's
back in charge.
You can tell who's sitting around here, Daddy, if you will. Anyway, I didn't hate it either. But we'll keep moving. We go to Doom versus Tommy Angel and Harry Bronson. Picture-in-picture promo from Doom. Teddy Long is still not there. He's doing everything but managing the team these days. JR even speculates that he's in Detroit buying a caddy or something. That's what JR said. No, he really said that. You about to say something, Harper?
No.
Oh, Doc, you got anything from this?
I thought Teddy was a Shishis.
Oh, boy.
I wouldn't.
Wonder how Shishis did during Essence.
Stop it, Harper.
I'm just saying.
Is it still open? I know I asked this
it's
frequently.
still open, bro.
I
want
would
to see
not.
a picture of somebody that we know went there recently, and I took the screenshots and I forgot to send them to you. I'm gonna send them to you right now.
Please do so. I would not walk in Shishis for nothing.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were in there?
What, 20 years ago? 25 years ago?
It would have been before Katrina. Like probably well before. Maybe about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of thoroughbreds in there?
Oh, yeah.
Some of them had bullet holes in them, but yeah.
Come on.
What?
Hey, man, it's good to find a woman that'll take a bullet for you.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, Harper.
What?
Where'd you get these pictures from?
From their face, from this person's Facebook.
Are you freaking serious?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw this I was taking my morning shit, and I was like, oh, my God. No one under 25 allowed.
I got no comment. I'm not saying anything more.
No one under 25 allowed. No unescorted women. 1 drink minimum. No drugs or weapons allowed. Sounds like my kind of place.
I feel like that sign's been there forever. And look at the stage. Boy, that's all still the same, too. God, I can imagine walking there with Doc. They would think he was a narc or something.
Oh, God. If I get a movies when the fucking record scratches and
oh,
everyone turns around.
What's up, fellas? Let's party.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him in. They'd be like, no, we refuse. We have the right to refuse service. Sorry.
Well, come on, guys. Is it the drugs or the weapons that I brought? I don't know.
All right. Let's keep this show moving. Oh my God. We go to commercials, and then I'm sorry. Doom won, obviously, and there was really no conflict, so they were looking like they were getting along. We go to
Okay, so hold
Steiners.
on. No. 1340.
You really gonna make me go back to that match, huh?
Gotta do something, dude.
Oh my God.
Had a violent little move there. And then let it run to 1405.
God damn.
Yeah, I got timestamps. I watched this shit.
Well, when Simmons just
Watch
tossed
this.
him
Watch
over.
this.
Oh,
He gets him. Oh,
it wasn't nothing.
okay. Now watch
He's got
this.
He's got his. Okay, no, he tried to
Remember
slingshot
back in
him
the
under
day
the
when
ropes.
finishers were finishers?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see if this finishes the match here in a second.
Oh, okay. I knew where you're going with that. Everything was airtight, brother.
Everything was airtight. Watch this.
He
I'm going to
spiked
stick
Podger.
him with a spike pile driver, but not pin him.
I mean, it's amazing what those old timers believe. Let me tell you something else too that I saw. I was watching I've been meaning to tell y'all this. I was watching a match 2-3 months ago.
Something recent?
No, it was something from Mid-South. And Wrestling 2 and Magnum TA were tagging. And Magnum, and this is the reason I'm saying this. This is the era when Cornette and the Midnight Express are in Mid-South. This match is not against them, but it's that same era. Wrestling 2 hits the ropes, and Magnum, to make the tag, slaps 2 on his back.
Oh,
It comes in the ring.
That.
He comes in the ring, and I immediately was like, I thought we didn't do that back in the day. Everything was airtight, brother.
Well,
what did Kevin Sullivan always used to say about the past? The sun was brighter, the girls were prettier, and the beer was colder.
Back slap on the tag.
No.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Now, 2 appeared to try to put his hand out, but
But that doesn't count.
Magnum slapped him straight across the back like the Young Bucks would do.
I bet you if Bill Watts saw it, I bet somebody got fined.
I don't know, but I'm going to have to look up the episode date. It's early because it's when 2 and TA are just getting their partnership together. So it's like early 84. But man, I came unglued when I saw it. I was like, look at that. Anyway, all right, Doom wins, and then after Doom wins, we go to the Steiners versus Italian Stallion and Cruel Connection.
Okay, so I have some timestamps here.
Okay.
Bet you do.
2410.
2410.
It popped me.
I thought you were going to say something about the
Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
No,
I do have a note. I was going to ask Harper if he ever put on some Conway Twitty for ...
No, God, no.
No?
Really?
No. Conway Twitty?
You wouldn't ... to no Conway?
No.
What's wrong with you?
Shit, you could put on Napalm Death if you're going to get some. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, for real. That's cool.
Oh, y'all just get
Death.
some to Megadeth, huh?
Yeah. Sweating bullets.
Is this the timestamp, Doc, when Rick Steiner's just on the ropes and Cruel Connection's laughing and gets
That's good stuff. Now, about a minute later, there was another funny thing that happens. I don't know what it is because I didn't write it down. But that shit was funny. He was playing comedy and then unleashed a Steiner line.
While we're waiting on that, the Freebirds did cut a picture-in-picture promo before the match talking about the Steiners being the U.S. Tag Champs and how they're going to
this
take
is
them
it.
from the Steiners. Is when he's trying to rip the mask off?
He flips his mask around.
Cruel
The Steiners were having fun out here.
He looks like if Slippin' Jimmy wore a bodysuit, doesn't he?
Who's slipping,
Look,
Jimmy?
here it comes.
Who's slipping, Jimmy?
From fucking Better Call Saul.
Oh.
Look, that mask is almost off. And now look, it's going backwards.
That's messed up. His best bet is to just let it go. Just let him turn it around, and then he can see
Who was
that.
who was this cruel connection?
I don't know. Ben Martin will know. Greg Serrato will know. Make sure y'all DM Lance on Twitter at SMU Heavyweight. Also DM Harper on Facebook. He loves getting DMs from the listeners.
And DM Mike Crockett and tell him how much you love Boston College.
That was fun. Crockett was pretty good, wasn't he, Harper?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Doc. Any other thoughts on the Steiners here? Match is over.
You know, they're kicking ass, but in a funny way.
Right.
Yeah.
It was something different.
Well, speaking of not something different, we go to commercial and we come back, and it's Tom Zink versus Chuck Coates. Picture in picture with Z-Man talking about Terry Taylor.
Dude, he shouldn't have a ponytail.
Yeah.
Amongst other things.
Come on.
Hey, we find out that he's lost the belt.
He was who was he?
TV
champion? Yeah. Who did he lose it to?
Arn.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Doc.
Yeah. What's up?
Rip Rogers would have been a better. They could have did a lot more to Rip Rogers.
Well, yeah.
Not see me.
Well,
like
that's
you
not
could have
even
put. I'm gonna say something crazy. You could put the TV title on Rip Rogers for all I care. This dude bores me. I can't. There's nothing about you says excitement. I gotta tune in.
He is white privilege, dog.
No, come on, man. He's got a
even
great
gonna
physique.
say that.
He looks like he could be on Dallas.
Yeah, I mean he's got a good look.
Yeah.
He's a bodybuilder. Okay.
Bruh, he needs to be.
I ain't coming down to Mr. Olympia and trying to grab a hold. Stay in your lane.
He needs to be on somebody's tag team where he never talks, and he's just the technician guy, and the other dude is the dude who could do all the moves and talk and cut the promos, and carries the team.
Okay, we had that.
Well, we did have that. You're right, and that didn't work either. So no, scratch that.
So let's just get rid of him now.
That's right. Let's fire him and get him out of here.
When he goes back to his locker, there'll be a red tag hanging from it.
That sounds great to me.
Menace needs to see you bring your playbook.
Like in Major League. All right.
Menace will make some calls around the territory, see if he can't get you a spot somewhere.
I'll hook him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Central States.
That's a great place where careers go to die. You sure?
Okay. That guy looked like Tom Brady, huh?
I try my best to skip these commercials. Harper gets sidetracked.
Clearasil.
Remember the Clearasil commercials?
Remember that shit that do anything?
Didn't do a damn thing. That guy didn't look like Brady.
Look.
He does too.
He does, huh?
He does.
That's not Tom Brady.
I didn't say it was. Looks like.
And his pimples cleared up. That's good.
Bro, that stuff did not work for nothing.
No. And those fucking pads that would burn when you would put that shit on. Oh, God.
Just stupid.
Yep.
Well, speaking of stupid stuff, well, maybe not. Let's go to this segment now. It's video package with Flair and Elegante, and this is from the NWA Pro Show. JR and Bob Caudle are going to throw it to it. Here it is.
Welcome back, everyone, to World Championship Wrestling. Jim Ross and Bob Caudle back with you. In this segment, we want to focus on the situation that has arisen between Nature Boy Ric Flair, the heavyweight champion of the world, and the biggest athlete in all of sports, El Gigante, 7'7", 450 pounds. Bob, this piece of videotape is one of the most powerful pieces of tape, as you mentioned earlier, we've ever seen on TBS.
Oh, Jim, you know, the Giant has always sort of been a sleeping giant. He's been sort of a meek individual to be as big and as large as he is. But as we said last week, the sleeping giant has awakened. And I tell you, he proved it to Ric Flair that he can. And Jim, I'm not going to say he's not going to be the world heavyweight champion.
Well, everyone has to take a very close look at this videotape, and I think what you're going to see is, number one, the newfound enthusiasm, the determination that El Gigante wants to be the first man from Argentina to be the world's heavyweight champion. But I think more importantly, we're going to see the raw power of El Gigante. Let's go back to the videotape.
What do we really want to do standing here with David Sierra? It's not that I don't trust, but I don't trust Sully's interpretation of it. The conversation that we heard about El Gigante and some comments to Ric Flair. David, what we would like to do is get your comments and get everything straight. You're the interpreter.
As El Gigante's interpreter, as his friend, El Gigante, 7'7", the biggest athlete in the world today. It's only natural that he wants to become the next world heavyweight champion.
And he is challenged Rick. Whoa, look at that. Here he comes right down here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hey. El Gigante, let us ask, we want to get a comment. You want to get in the ring here with Ric Flair.
Look, I want the belt. Your belt.
I wonder how long it took him to learn that.
If you want my belt, big man, you better remember one thing. Don't ever let that big mouth of yours overload your ass, pal.
Whoa. 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 I wonder if he understood that. Wow. Wow. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't think anybody ever slapped him before. Look at his eyes. Look at... Whoa! Whoa! Look, he's got a dick grip on his throat, Jimmy. Somebody stop him! Somebody stop him! He looks like a man possessed to me. Look at his eyes! He's got the juggler vein! He's got the juggler vein! Somebody better save Flair! He's losing his breath! They can't get him off of him! Somebody stop him! He's lost his mind! Look at him, Jimmy! He wants a title shot. Look at that hand. Look at that. Holy smokes. Took four guys to pull him off.
The strength of El Gigante, unbelievable. 7'7", 450 pounds. Nature Boy Ric Flair had to have medical attention after that situation. He has a bona fide threat in El Gigante for the world title.
Hey, and I'm anxious to see what Ric Flair is going to say about that, Jim. He's going to be live right here in the Danger Zone, coming up in just a few minutes right here.
Fans, it's going to happen in just a few moments. Ric Flair will be talking to Paul E. Dangerously live here on TBS when we come back after this very brief timeout.
All right, we got riveting TV here. Flair and El Gigante, and the feud is getting heated up. Doc, your thoughts?
All I can think is, if I was an executive on the booking committee, would be, if I wanted to get rid of Ric Flair, what would I need to do? Every time you think it can't get worse, it gets worse.
Yeah. Ugh.
Ugh. Did you hear how quiet that crowd was?
That
Yeah.
was what I was going to say.
No one gave a shit.
No one.
I mean, I just was like, why is no one making a sound?
Everything
they
about
don't
this
care.
guy says fake. Elegante.
Flair did tell him, don't let that big mouth overload your ass.
You know what I thought later in the show
What's that?
when Nash is out? They'd have been better off just using Nash in that role.
Well, that's true. And the thing is, though, we got other things in store for him.
Sure.
Has to do with a monkey doing the Von Erich thing at a pay-per-view a few months from now. I'm just saying.
Maybe my best line ever on this show.
What?
What do you think they do to monkeys in Malaysia?
What do you think they do to monkeys in Malaysia? Well, Mr. Sullivan, I hope they don't do... Was it you that told me you heard Sullivan tell the story of the monkey one time?
I think so.
Yeah, how the monkey just... The monkey's like a fish on the end of a rope. And the monkey he's just dangling. That poor monkey, dude.
You're out there in front of, it's WCW, so hundreds of people. And you got to make that monkey go where you need it to go.
And that monkey said, fuck you.
No,
you?
The pyro scared the hell out of the monkey. And the monkey jumps off of Sullivan's shoulders and does the Von Erich thing.
I want to watch it now.
Dude, you don't remember when we watched it?
Yeah. I
Oh,
want to watch it again.
God, that was so tremendous. The animal rights activists were losing their minds during
They
that
weren't around
pay-per-view.
back then.
Yeah, come on.
Well, no, they were around. They just didn't have a voice.
But the 48 people who bought a ticket weren't going to go tell anybody, so they were okay.
There's more than 48, but okay. On that note, we go from Elegante to now we're back to center stage, the Danger Zone, Paulie and Ric Flair. Let's see what Rick's got to say in response.
Tell you what, I am without a doubt your biggest admirer. You are deservedly the heavyweight champion of the world, but I have to be really, really honest with you. You have faced every challenger that ever came down the pike. There's a new one now breathing down your neck. He's 7'7". He's 454 pounds. I myself, I'm afraid for your well-being.
Well, Paulie, let me start out by saying that over the years, I have coined a number of phrases. The most famous being the one that goes like this: diamonds are forever, and so is Ric Flair. So for everybody out there that thought that another page in history was going to be written, that I would be gone, guess what? I'm back! And I am still a kiss-stealing, wheeling, dealing, jet-flying, limousine-riding son of a gun! Custom-made from head to toe! More women than I've ever had in my entire life, lined up on the left and the right. So you ask me about El Gigante, I tell you this. For 10 years, I have bled, and I have sweat, and I have wrestled every bad apple that could walk that aisle. You know what? Hold this, kid. For this, the one and the only world heavyweight title, not even under Holyfield, but Ric Flair, the real deal, for a lifetime. El Gigante, remember that when you walk that aisle. Woo!
I like this job more as every minute goes by, and now we're going up to the ring.
Well, he's talking about the women he's got and stuff. So I mean, it's there's some Studio-esque stuff here. Doc, your thoughts?
Remember a few years ago when we said, like, Rick's singles are everybody else's doubles and triples.
Yes.
That's a single for him, but he ain't got nothing to work with.
Right.
I mean, the guy has no personality, and I'm not trying to be mean or speak ill of the guy, because by all accounts, he was a fairly nice guy, but he's got nothing to work with. And the only thing he could work with would be cancelable by today's standards, is to go after his heritage.
Mexican heritage, yeah.
He's Argentinian, sir.
Well, close enough, dude.
Not really, which was pretty racist to bring David Sierra out there. I was thinking earlier, David Sierra would be better off doing a Hispanic Dusty than he would be being in the Interpreter.
Did you see the cop behind him that looked just like Louis Anderson?
No.
That comedian? Yeah.
I know who Louis Anderson is.
Gary Sierra. No. Behind Gary
Sierra.
Sierra.
David Sierra.
David Sierra crew cab.
Boy, Harper is a maestro with names, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I hate when you're right. You're right, Doc.
This is all so bad.
His singles are doubles and triples. Well, we move on from that, so we'll have to stay tuned to see what, as Flair said, he can't even say El Gigante. He's got to say El Gigante.
El Gigante.
He pronounces the G. Anyway, we go to the Freebirds versus Bob Holly and
They're like
Johnson.
Rick, Herd wanted us to tell you it's Gigante, not Gigante. You tell Herd I was going 60 minutes with Harley in St. Louis when his ass was selling pizzas.
Imagine working for Herd.
What would be infinitely more interesting than this product would be if we could have seen one booking committee meeting where Flair and Herd were in there together.
No. You'll get a free pair of roos.
Yeah.
The roos are gone, dude.
Yeah, well.
Shoes for your feet, pockets for your stuff.
We blew the Coors Light sponsorship. We blew the roos.
That already happened?
The Ruse thing, I think, is over.
Yeah, I don't think the Coors Light deal happened yet, huh?
Yeah, they used to be on the...
Yeah, I think we already had the core. I don't know if it's over. Don't listen to Doc. I don't know why you're saying that.
I've never seen this anyway.
Yeah, he don't have a freaking... yeah. Y'all listening to a dude who watches this weekly and...
I watch the show for the first time every week, and that makes me the second most prepared.
And
by
speaking
a long stretch.
Speaking of preparation, Michael Hayes wins with the DDT for his team.
I've lost all interest in everything Freebird.
What were you about to say, Harper?
Nothing. This is just all poo.
Well, unfortunately, you may have.
Hey, what happened to Smothers and Armstrong?
So, do you want me to spoil some things?
Are we getting ready to get some pistols?
Bruh. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're right close to the repackage.
Bro, what's up with that court? The fuck is that?
That's like a carpet or something.
They got red carpets out there.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought they were trying to...
Why do we need to repackage the pistols? They were actually kind of halfway decent over.
No, they were more than kind of halfway decent over.
Well, the only reason they weren't more over is because the dumb shit booking.
Yeah.
Okay, I want y'all to just one thing.
Huh.
When they make their debut, just listen to the music they come out to.
I bet it's in an effort to not be Southern, it's so Western that it sounds Southern.
Is it
I'm not gonna say that.
God, what was the old Confederate song?
I can't tell you because I don't subscribe to that. But why don't you go right ahead and point it out for us?
Go ahead, Mr. Heritage
Confederate
Not Hate.
Harper over here.
Yeah, Confederate Harper over there. When y'all cancel someone,
they sing it in Outlaw Josie Wales.
I don't watch that horse shit.
When y'all decide to cancel someone, y'all point to the bald-headed dude that lets his hair kind of grow sometimes. I don't ever let mine grow. You kind of let the little patchy thing around the sides and back grow.
I hope they cancel me because then y'all be fucked.
Who's they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who have we given this much power to?
We're not on a network or anything. I mean, yeah. That's that. Okay, let's keep moving because we do have some important stuff here. Gordon Soley is interviewing the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes from the Omni in Atlanta. Let's hear what Big Dust has to say. I'm going to have to chop this up. It's one part and then two. Here we go.
You know, Dust, for the past 20 years, the Omni here in Atlanta has been known as one of the premier sports facilities around the world. No question about that, but wrestling fans refer to this as the house that Rhodes built.
Well, God, you know, accolades like that through the years is what made Dusty Rhodes appreciate the wrestling fan. It's a special building to me. I had many a special night in the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a thrill to be back here talking with my friend and most of all the dean of professional wrestling of the WCW, Gordon Soley. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, thank you, Dusty, and I'll tell you what, we're going to talk more in just a moment, but I want to see if you remember this night here in the Omni.
All right, so they talked to Dusty, but then they're going to show some clips. We see Starrcade 86. They cut to Dusty versus Tully. This made me cry seeing this old ring with the black ropes.
Yeah.
I shed some tears here, man. Can we go back and just start on 85 again?
Yes. In fact, I'm going to advocate for that.
It was different times, Daddy. Different times. So then they pick back up. It's just a quick clip of these two working at Starrcade.
No, don't leave it. Don't leave it. Leave it on. Leave it on.
Well, they left it.
Don't take them off. Don't take them off.
Don't take them off. Leave it on. Leave it. You know what song that is?
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Let's go to Dusty. Let's go to back end of this, and he's going to talk about his retirement.
Dust, that's got to be a night that you'll never forget.
Well, God, and anytime you get in the Omni before that many people on a tremendous night like that, you'll never forget it. I was excited about it. I'm excited about being here. Tremendous thing, and I appreciate the concentration on Dusty Rhodes and what you portrayed there in that match.
Well, you know, Dusty, since you really stunned the wrestling world a short time ago when you announced that you were going to retire from professional wrestling, I've been inundated with cards and letters and phone calls from people all over the country saying, why did Dusty Rhodes retire?
Well, God, in 21 years of professional wrestling with the WCW World Championship Wrestling, 21 years with Gordon Soley, 21 years of traveling down that highway has taken its toll on Dusty Rhodes, and my old body kind of wore out on me, and I feel I'm still a young man, and there's things that I want to do in this sport, and one of them I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's the next question, of course, and I think we should tell everybody that your future is bright indeed because you're making the same kind of transition that Frank Gifford made, Pat Summerall made, John Madden, Lynn Swann, moving from an active competitor into the broadcast and telecast side.
Well, I'm not claiming, Gordon, that I'm going to be a Gordon Soley, a great announcer like Gordon Soley, or Lynn Swann, or John Madden, or the people we're talking about. What I think I will bring to the wrestling fan is an insight about what's going on in there, because for 21 years I have been in there, been inside. I know what it feels like, and I'm looking forward to working with WCW also as an ambassador throughout this country, wrestling at its best, at its purest, WCW.
I might just point out, anytime you see the WCW emblem displayed, you know you're going to be seeing the absolute optimum in wrestling competition, and now I might add the optimum in color commentary from the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty, draw me a comparison between today's wrestler and yesterday's.
Faster, bigger, stronger, uglier, meaner, but not so. The old days that we'll call them now, the Dusty Rhodes American Dream days, I had some pretty bad guys right beside me, some bad hombres. My partner of all times, Dick Murdoch, comes to mind. So let's just say I would have liked to seen Babe Ruth hit against Mickey Mantle, you know. So that era will always be there, who's the best or who not. It's exciting now. It's music, it's lights, it's cameras, it's action. And we're getting ready to rock and roll and get funky like a monkey.
Well, you got that right. And I might just point out one thing. The body may be letting you down a little bit, but there's something ticking inside there that's never let you down.
Well, that old heart of mine is what the heart from the people has come into me. And we've had this relationship through the years, and I know now that there's another heart beating out there with this same heart and that kid. And you know who I'm talking about.
Amen. 6'5", 265 pounds, and they call him the Natural. His name is Dustin Rhodes, and my friend, he is a natural.
He has a tremendously bright future. He was raised for this business. He was bred for this business. He come from the loins of Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. He will be a tremendous competitor in World Championship Wrestling.
Dusty, one final note. I know that the wrestling fans around the nation have demanded a special night, and that's going to be the night that you are, quote, officially retired as an active competitor. It will take place in July at the Great American Bash, and my congratulations to you for having had such a tremendous career.
Well, it's going to be a tremendous honor. I'm looking forward to it. I know that the wrestling fans want to give back something to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, but they don't have to because through the years they've gave me enough. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody with WCW throughout the country.
All right, and be sure and be watching for that Great American Bash. And I tell you what, nice to have you on this side of the microphone.
Thank you.
All right. Big Dust, retirement going to be celebrated at the Great American Bash. But for now, he's going to be on commentary, and we're going to get to see his loins on TV.
The fruit. His loins bore fruit.
Bore fruit. Oh, man. I'm making fun of this. I actually kind of like that. It was entertaining.
I kind of did, too. And you know why?
It was entertaining.
He's a star. And you can be mad at some of his booking at the end, but he has star quality. He's been gone, so we got to miss him. And we need more stars in this federation.
Yes, a lot of stars.
Yeah, totally agree.
And you know how I could tell Gordon was super drunk there?
How's that?
He straight-faced told us that we'd be seeing the optimum in wrestling when we saw WCW.
The optimum. Well, speaking of the
thing that confused me was, so Dusty started to put over the new guys. They're big, ugly, or fast, but not so. And then started putting over his guys like Murdoch.
Well, yeah, that's what all the old timers do.
Yeah.
Nothing's as, bro, you know how it is, Doc. Nothing's ever as good as it was. Like, it's always, that revisionist history is always going to be a thing no matter which generation. Yeah, I mean, I can admit it. Like, we talk about it all the time. Oh, bro, it wasn't that good. It was so much better back then. But then we can look at stuff and go, wait, Magnum TA slapped two in the back and made a tag. But you hear these old time, oh, that's not how it's done, brother. Everything was airtight. No, it wasn't. That's always the case. But, you know, that's part of life, I guess. Every generation thinks that their generation was so much better. And don't get me wrong, ours was, you know, the three of us.
No. Every baby boomer thinks their generation is the hottest generation of all time.
That generation.
I've never seen a generation. You could get 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats, and they won't agree on any issue out there. Except for what's the best generation of all time, and all 10 of them would say it's the baby boomers.
The baby boomers.
All of them.
And everybody but them is fully aware of the fact that the baby boomers is absolutely, without question, the worst generation of all time.
That's not true.
Mike?
I know like 2 baby boomers that don't fit the description, Doc. Every other one I've met in life, I'm not going to say on the show. And, you know.
Are they relatives?
No,
Oh.
but he's on to something. The generation
No,
before
no
them
generation ever
was
has hit
tough.
the RVD pose more when they refuse to let go of power. Look, here's the thing. This ain't even political. I just want a presidential candidate that's not north of 70.
Bruh. Harper and I had this discussion like years ago. Like, like these old presidents. I ain't trying to be political, but
Yeah.
I am sick and tired of 70-year-olds. Give me somebody.
Yeah, for real.
Give me somebody who's just above the age where you're eligible. I'm tired of
Get
these
somebody
old,
younger than me. I don't care.
I mean, what's the
Right.
age? I think it's like 40, huh?
No, it's like 35 or 36.
Yeah,
God damn, that young?
that's what I'm saying. Like that's young, but it's not like ridiculously young. And I'm with Doc.
But you know
I
what
ain't
the
even
baby
try-
boomer would tell you? We're the only generation that can really run this thing because we're the only ones that know what's going on in the world. So let us just keep running it.
Furthest thing from the truth, too.
It is. They no more. Like, I used to say this about Vernon Maxwell. Not Vernon Maxwell. He had crazy confidence. But Antoine Walker, when he played in the league, irrational confidence from behind the arc. I
Just
mean, he
let it-
thought he was Steph Curry, and he was like Curry man.
Bro, the boomers launch threes, they don't even look to see if it goes in. They hitting the RVD pose.
Yep.
Like, bro, you shot 16 air balls in a row. What are you RVDing for?
Come on.
Don't get me wrong. I got a lot to say about the generation under us, too.
I'm
I
not
got a
as,
lot to
I'm
say
not
about
as
them
down on the
softies.
I'm not as down on the millennials as you are.
I got some stuff to say about them. They're a little soft.
They're a
Say
little
it.
soft, but we were a little soft too compared
Yeah,
to the
right.
generation before us. That's okay.
Yeah, but they're real fucking soft.
All right. Well, speaking of people who
Boy, we just made
definitely-
a lot of people mad.
we
Ooh.
just made everybody mad.
There's still fucking millennials listening to this shit. Fucking everyone's our age.
There's millennials. The
Ooh.
funny part.
And I have a feeling there's some crappy old baby boomers out there
Well,
trying to.
I was about
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say, I bet you we
And
probably
they're
got
all going
about
to be hot because here's the thing. They're going to work themselves into a shoot over what we just said, proving the point we just made, but they won't see it because they're too busy trying to get themselves over when they ought to just be trying to get a fucking glass of lemonade or iced tea and go sit on the porch and maybe watch, Johnny or
Madlock.
JD's fucking jump rope out in the front yard instead of trying to run the world.
Yeah, watch some Me TV, you know?
Get
Just
you some
you.
Golden Girls on and shut the fuck up.
so
Thank
I'd
you
say
for being a friend.
What the
I'd
fuck
say
time
you-
does Matlock come on?
you probably got about 10% millennials that listen to us, 60% easily our generation, and then the boomers are the remaining 30%.
So what you're saying is we need to flip that because these boomers are going to be gone soon. Can't live forever.
Yeah,
Father
they're all
time,
going to
bro.
be doing those reverse mortgages and shit.
Ah, man, don't let Magnum PI catch you in that bullshit.
Yeah. Or fucking or Fonzie.
or JJ from Different Strokes.
That's
Not
true.
Oh, yeah, that's
Him
true.
and Joe Namath are trying to get you those benefits
Yeah.
you deserve.
Joe Namath too. Joe Namath
Man,
too.
that's some shit. Joe Namath was out there slaying every piece of tang on a 30-mile radius wherever he went, and now he's trying to get inside these. Instead, he went from getting inside of panties to getting inside of wallets.
Did you just say Tang?
Yeah,
Dang.
All right,
that's
D.
the defense term.
Yeah, I know. Well, while we were talking and getting canceled by our baby boomer friends out there, we love you, but sometimes you're wrong.
Go take a
off the time.
Geritol and calm down. Have an Ovaltine, you
Tommy-
bucks.
Tommy Rich used his finisher, the Barnett, on Mark Kyle.
What?
During that match, Bob and JR talked about working with Dusty now that he's back with TBS and in the commentary booth. And JR says he'll be working with Dusty on the pay-per-views on commentary. And Cottle reminds us that the new six-man team of Morton, Rich, and JYD, he reminds us that they're a team. And I just want to say set your VHS recorders for that because that's going to be a barn burner. Great seats are available at the Omni to see the the 3 stars in tag team action. Tommy Rich won. We then go to commercial. We come back, and we go to a replay of Taylor and Z-Man from NWA Main Event last week. Time limit draw.
We saw this.
What you said?
Yeah, we saw this, huh?
We saw a different promo. We didn't see this. We saw Taylor and Pillman cut a promo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And now we're seeing Taylor and Z-Man, and Taylor said he slapped Z-Man to get his attention, and he'll do that to whoever he needs to do it to in order to get their attention. Z-Man comes out and tells Taylor they'll settle it tomorrow on the NWA Main Event, and the only thing worthwhile on that promo was Missy Hyatt just standing there holding a microphone.
Slap it, get me in the mood.
Bro, you think fucking Missy, just sitting here looking at her, she would have been perfect on MTV or something.
No argument from me, Doc. What about you?
She's perfect wherever she wants to be, pal.
That's right. Ring a dang dang.
So, I posted, I can't see the comment now. I posted pictures of the clash that we did, Doc. I'm trying to go to Facebook now and look it up. And
is it when she won the thing?
Yeah, when she won the arm wrestling. And so somebody posted, I just wonder if Missy Hyatt is still that pretty, in the comments.
Come on.
That. Missy Hyatt replied to that.
Oh.
She wasn't even tagged in it. Like, I didn't even...
She's stalking Harper.
Oh, no.
Let me go to it. I'm going to read it.
So, hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Would Lady Harper let you have a night with Missy to fulfill a childhood fantasy?
Well, it doesn't matter if she could let me or not.
That's not what I heard.
Oh, well. I mean, bro, that's Missy Hyatt.
They told me after being in New Orleans a few weeks ago that Lady Harper wears the pants in your family.
Oh, yeah.
Said nothing of the sort. Okay, here's what was said. The picture of Missy about to beat Paulie in the arm wrestling contest. This person said, I just wonder if Missy Hyatt is still that pretty. Some other guy posted some pictures of Missy under that comment. Missy, not being tagged in this at all, replies, no, I'm not. This guy starts creeping on Missy. Missy, stop lying. I bet you're still that pretty and sexy hot. And then another guy chimes in and says, wrong, Missy, you're still gorgeous.
So who do you know in life that looks as good as they did 30 years ago?
Right. Besides, like, Tom Cruise.
So why are you cretins out there judging women purely on how they look? See, that's what's wrong with most guys.
That's the one thing I hate. But now Britney Spears, she got married recently. And like, oh man, Britney, bro, she used to be hot. I'm like, motherfucker. If Britney gave you a half a chance, you would be all over her like stink on shit. Fucking any guy would. Acting like she just like looks like Roseanne Barr now or something. I was like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? But yeah, she doesn't look like she did when she was fucking 22 years old, or with the fucking snake on fucking MTV. But shit, man, she still turns heads.
Listen to Harper.
I mean, it was like when Harper was talking about Sonny a few years ago. He was like, Harper was like, I'd still do it. I don't know if he'd do it. Now that he's seen the Red Rocket on the OnlyFans, but back 3-4 years ago, he was still willing to.
Yeah, she's.
Remember that how bad you thought the OnlyFans was, and you thought that was her rock bottom, and then she said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, and now as we speak, she's laying on a fucking cot.
That broad.
Well, before she was laying on a cock.
Oh, come on.
The Red Rocket looked like a little missile, just. It was like Space Invaders. The noise it was making.
Shooting out two poots.
Well, they just sleep in like the orange jumpsuit, huh? There's no pajamas or a fucking nightgown, right?
In a female prison?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm assuming so. I don't know. I've never walked into one, Harper. You know, I just haven't. I've never seen the inside of a women's prison.
Well, you
I
really
ain't
do
seen
break down all the stereotypes.
I've never seen the inside of a man's prison. I mean, I've seen it on TV, but you know, I've never actually walked the halls of one.
Oh,
You ever been inside a jail, like, at all?
I've been to Orleans Parish Jail, not being arrested. I've never been
Right.
arrested, but I've been inside of it.
Yeah.
But that told me everything I needed to know about never wanting to be locked up. Just seeing that. No, thank you. Hard pass. I'd rather watch wrestling and talk about it with Doc and Harper when I'm in my 40s.
who wouldn't?
And not be in Orleans Parish Prison. All right, well, Ricky Morton, Bill Ford goes on for a little too long. We did get a picture-in-picture from JYD and Tommy Rich and Ricky Morton talking about February the 17th at the Omni, where they will go for the 6-man tag straps. I kind of wish I could go back in time in the Boogie Time Machine and see how many seconds JYD worked in that match. I guarantee you it was plus. If someone said the line is 29.5 seconds, I would definitely take the under on
He
JYD
gets
being
blown
in the
up
ring.
talking.
Bruh, you ain't got to tell me I know.
He probably gets blown up taking a shit back then.
Hard to argue.
If I ever told you all about that dude where I used to work
no.
many, many years ago, the dude used to go sit in the last stall. There was only one men's bathroom in his place, and he would coach himself through taking a dump.
What you mean, coach himself?
The inches we need are everywhere.
He was, bruh, it was like,
No, I can't do it for you.
I can't do it. I'm just too old. I'm too damn old. Look at him. Look in his eyes.
I think when you look at the guy next to you,
you'll see a guy that will go that extra mile.
this dude would get, so there was 3 stalls. He would go to the last one every time. And he'd sit down, and before he even sat down, you hear him, all right, here we go. All right.
come on.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right. He's like, oh yeah. And then, you know, he'd sit and he'd be like, and no, I'm not sitting in there trying to listen. I'm taking a piss. And you hear him all of a sudden, yeah, just a little bit more. All right. Almost there. What time is it? Oh, it's about 4 o'clock. Oh, we get this over with. Be out of here in about another 30 minutes. All right, almost there. Here we go.
Oh,
All
God.
right, yeah. He would talk himself taking a dump. And it was
You should go do your dirty business in as much silence as possible.
I don't like taking a dump in public. We've had this discussion before. I don't even like taking one at work, but you know, when you're there 10 hours, you kind of are forced to.
You gotta shit.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta, you know, drop them and line that toilet. Yeah,
Man, that's when you turn into a professional shitter, pal.
bruh. Line that sucker up. And Elegante,
I'm getting paid on the clock to take this dump.
Speaking of a dump, Elegante just beat Joe Kazana.
Was this when you worked at a big box store?
No, but I had to take a dump there once or twice or 3 times. Yeah, that's not too good.
Here we go. We're almost there. Come on.
That's it, boy. He would be just as calm as can be.
Harper, what's your favorite retailer to dump in these days?
The best one?
Yeah, who has the cleanest bathrooms out there?
God, there's no fucking, I mean, they're all the same.
Terrible?
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. Walmart, Winn-Dixie. Yeah.
Which one Dixie you go to, Harper?
The one on Chef, bruh.
Oh my
used to work
God.
At. And then what sucks is all those homeless people, they go in there, especially now since it's fucking hot as fuck outside.
Oh.
And so they fucking go in there and they kind of walk around just to kind of get out the fucking heat, and they go in there and they blow the shit up, bruh. And there's always like a fucking open pack of something where they stole something, and there's this where they stole some fucking deodorant or some shit, and
then they use the bathroom that you're gonna try to use,
and they fucking blow it up, and it's like, you fucking
bro, you're gonna
asshole.
get monkeypox that way.
I know. I want to get fucking something. I want to get that BA5 or whatever.
No, you're gonna get monkeypox.
He's gonna get shot out there.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. What was I saying? Elegante Joe Kazana. Flair joined JR and says Elegante wants the belt. He's got to walk the aisle. JR questions Flair on how he'll deal with Elegante's power and strength. Flair says he's not sure, but although that's the case, Elegante still has to beat him, and Flair says he is impressed, and that was it. Elegante won. Now we go to Master Blaster, Nash. He's out there, versus David Isley. David Isley's been around for years. Anyway, Nash wins with a big shoulder tackle and gets the pin. Doc, any thoughts on that?
They billed Nash from Chicago.
Didn't he paint his face or something?
He used to.
Not now.
Oh.
But wait, he'll paint his hair soon.
He'll paint his hair, and he's going to be an accessory to a capuchin monkey doing the Von Erich thing.
Those capuchins are nasty, too.
Yeah.
They're mean.
JR, like he did last week, is going to throw to another clip from Japan.
Hey, well, hold
Henderson
on.
Versus
Go back for a second. Did Nash get on a cycle there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay. Never mind.
Why?
He's infatuated with people being on cycles because he'll ask
he was a young guy, so... how old was he back then? 20-something years old. Man's in good shape.
He's in such good shape, they're going to make him a character.
Look at these two asses, bro. It's like the two fucking rhinos.
This is a completely different sport.
Yeah, bro. This is not what we've been watching for the past hour and fucking 40 minutes.
You know what's funny, Doc, is Mike Crockett last week, they were showing the same clip, and this match is a year old that we're watching. And we don't care because we haven't seen it.
Nobody's seen it here.
Yeah.
And back then, even in 1990, whatever year this is, that's the other side of the planet, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Kabuki's from. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling nerds and some, Meltzer subscribers or whatever, they may have, but this was welcome new stuff to us.
Those fucking elbows to the face.
Oh, they were killing each other. They didn't give two. They didn't care. It was just brutality.
Is that match on the network? No, huh?
No, probably not, because it's yeah. All right. Oh, well, we keep moving. We go to commercial. When we come back, it was kind of that clip was similar to last week. There's just two guys beating the hell out of each other. More to come on their feud. We go to then Brad Armstrong, Tim Horner, and Alan Iron Eagle versus Barry Windham, Sid Vicious, and Arn Anderson in some six-man action. I thought for sure as this match starts that the team with the three members of the Horsemen would win this quickly. Boy, was I mistaken, because they went the rest of the show beating the hell out of Iron Eagle, Horner, and Armstrong. And it was a 15-minute job as the faces just got slaughtered and the Horsemen pounded on them. It actually went about 13 minutes.
I did think that Brad and Arn were really good at the beginning, as you would expect.
Brad and Arn and Horner, I mean, it's not bad. It's just when this started, Doc, did you think, oh, this is going to take me to the close?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
You thought three members of the Horsemen, yes, Sid is a Horseman this week. We asked the question last week, was he? Well, he's with the Horsemen, so I guess he is. You thought this was going to go the remainder of the time.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to, I just figured, I guess that says more what I think about Brad and Horner and them, that this is your TV main event kind of thing than any sort of statement that was going to happen or anything.
Fair enough.
I just figured,
And-
God, we've seen a shit ton of matches. How many fucking more can there be?
Well, last week we saw Horner and Armstrong versus Arn and Barry in a really good matchup. So, I mean, the only difference here is Sid and Iron Eagle. You got any timestamps from this one, Doc? As Harper
I
slaps his
don't.
leg over there?
I just got
was,
back.
I was
okay.
just okay. You bring enough sandwiches for the rest of us?
Come on. I had a piss.
So I had to. Oh, never mind.
Well, it's that coffee I fucking drank because I got to stay up later.
Well, I was at my sweet little daughter's basketball game where they had their best game of the season, which means they only lost 32-6. And that's a shoot.
How old is she?
6.
Oh, well, I mean, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
She's our best player. Which means that she can get the ball dribbled from one end of the court to the other. Now, my only note, I thought Arn was great selling here in this match. He was tremendous. Again, as you would expect.
Dude, I just watched, before we went on, I was trying to find something to watch. I watched the SummerSlam. It was I guess it was 89, and it was the Brain Busters versus the Hart Foundation. God, that match was so great. It was
And now you got to come watch this.
Yeah, it was like, man, it's like you see none of this now.
What did I tell you the other day, Mike?
I'm listening. I don't remember. You tell me a lot. You tell me.
Me and
share
Latrell
lots
were
of wisdom.
watching Impact the other night, and it was Kazarian
yeah.
versus Saban, and they started locking up and doing arm bars and shit. And Latrell looks at me and goes, "What's all this? I've never seen this kind of stuff before." Literal comment.
It's so
It's like,
funny
dude.
because it's something that's just so simple, like, and the
And he
kid
liked
says,
it. Here's
"I've
the
never
other
seen this
thing.
before."
He liked it. He's like, "This is good." I was like, "Yeah, I know."
We all watch Impact on Access or whatever.
We watch it when we're sitting in front, when we have one night off from youth sports, and it's on, and I run past it until Mrs. Doc comes in and goes, "Really? We're watching this? We can't at least get WWF or whatever?"
What the fuck? She don't know the difference.
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
She
really?
does.
Dude, they've been watching this shit with us for 20 years. Sasha and Mrs. Doc
Yeah,
know the
you know.
difference.
They see the. Put it like this, bro. Mine, because she'll watch that Divas bull crap.
Divas.
You know,
And mine will
she-
watch the documentaries. Like mine
Yeah.
watches about half the Dark Side of the Rings.
Yeah. Mom watched the Bruno one with me the other night.
Oh my!
Did she talk about Bruno?
Talk about Bruno. Talk about GYD. Oh, hell. Oh, come on, Harper, man, bro, Harper. You know who had the best gimmick ever? Callaway.
Callaway.
Who? You know, Callaway. You mean the Undertaker? Yeah, Callaway. Bro, would you go to high school with him?
Oh, Darren.
Callaway. No, they know Harper. Like, I mean, mine will know if and then, you know, they're halfway intelligent, these two, because they at least can read the ring skirts. You know, they can see.
Right.
Oh, that one says Raw or SmackDown, or, you know, oh, that one says AEW. I couldn't tell you the last time I was flipping through and saw Impact, though. I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
real.
I
don't
hear
think
people.
I don't think that channel comes on the Hulu Plus.
The channel that
Access.
it comes on.
I mean, that's the channel, right?
What channels it come on?
Access, right, Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to look. I don't know.
No, that's what it is. You don't have to look.
No. I'd have to look to see if it's on Hulu Live.
I don't think it is.
Harper just told you it's not.
Okay. I didn't say I didn't agree with him. He said, I don't think. I said I'd have to look. You have bad understanding. You know that, Doc?
Okay. What else? You don't trust Harper about Hulu, and I have bad understanding. Anything else? You want to do this? Hey, from what I'm watching
let
on
me
the
ask you a
screen.
question. Is he working the room or what?
Let me tell you this: you keep down Harper and I start. You'll be doing this shit with Mike Crockett next week because this episode has been god awful.
You work in the room. I mean, I know we all work in the room, bro. But is he working the room or what, Harper? All right, what were you about to say, Doc? As we get to the finish of this,
I thought Sid was going to kill Alan Iron Eagle on the finish.
I'm trying to get to it. Oh man, they beat the piss out of him. Like he was getting just pounded on.
Yeah, there was a lesson taught.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in the tag team with another guy?
Wasn't
Eagle?
he a third Renegade Warrior?
Yeah, that
right.
was,
Something.
Yeah,
They were.
Yeah, Renegade Warrior. He had a partnership with them.
So where the hell's he at?
Where the hell's who is he?
Now, wasn't he one of the guys that was kind of?
He really blew right past that "who's he" question right there.
No, when they had the two Indian guys were shooting the promo on Arn and
the Renegade Warriors.
Right, wasn't he?
The Youngbloods.
He was one of them, right?
Who is he?
Iron Eagle.
Okay.
He was not one of them. He was their friend, and he's about to get broken in half.
Right here. God. He was Native American adjacent.
Yeah. Indigenous person, Harper and Doc.
Whatever.
What is wrong with y'all?
Indians.
It is.
Y'all are so inappropriate with these comments.
What? I can't say Indian?
No, you can't.
No.
Why?
Only
Indigenous
if you're an
person.
First Peoples.
First Peoples.
You have got to go to a different continent to use those kinds of potty mouth words.
The Indians.
Wow.
Mike, I think we should just go ahead and hang up and let Harper finish this one.
Well, the show is about to end.
I don't want to be associated with this kind of filth.
Yeah.
The show is definitely about to end. Alan Iron Eagle is pinned. JR and Bob Cottle wrap up the show, and they're talking about Flair and El Gigante, and then we're out of time rather quickly. Before we close the show, we got to rate it and hand out some Rolexes. So before we do that, I want to remind you, please become a patron, tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. As Doc and I were kind of mentioning earlier and hinting at earlier, there's a pay-per-view coming up in just a couple of weeks. The Clash just aired a few weeks ago as well. All those clashes, all those pay-per-views we've already done over the last few years here are only on the Patreon feed at tinyurl.com/Patreon.
What's this pay-per-view?
Patron. Wrestle War, I believe.
Yeah, Wrestle War.
Oh boy,
it's a pretty good one too.
When had Michael PSA's dressed up like Uncle Sam in a commercial?
No, that's Great American Bash.
You sure?
No,
I don't remember.
Harper's right.
Yeah.
Okay, he's right.
We just saw it.
Hey, where's the juicer?
I guess he's
in prison.
When he gets
hopefully
arrested. Yeah.
Not yet.
I know that it's a joke, but he that's where he needs to be.
Maybe someone said juicer 3 times, and he, oh fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
Maybe somebody got him wet after dark.
You gotta sleep in your room tonight, bro. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Just make sure the turtle isn't hitting his shell on the top of the tank. Da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. That poor turtle. Did the Von Erich thing in West Esplanade Canal. Okay. All right. Rated and Rolex. Doc, go first.
This episode was not as bad as we made it sound. Harper's going to disagree.
Harper's like,
Just speak on it if you want to disagree. You don't have to huff. You don't have to huff.
Why don't we just start over?
I said this earlier. 1985 was a hell of a year. And if we wanted to follow the Crockett thing, don't we have Mid-Atlantic going back further than that? We could do 81 to 85. Mike's like, that does sound pretty good. Black-haired Buddy Landale. Early Jake the Snake.
Oh, God.
I think we should maybe have a show meeting after this.
Yeah.
Discuss the future. Have a little visioning session where we get energized to run the strategic direction.
Okay, proceed, please. On the rating.
Oh,
and
Mike. Not a lot happened, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't super embarrassing. B minus.
B minus.
I agree with him. Yeah, what? I mean, it's not like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, they're all just starting to look the same to me.
Because they're not heating anything up right. There's no heat.
None.
Yeah.
None. I'm with Doc. B minus.
The closest thing to like getting some heat's Terry Taylor, and it's with the Z-Man, so nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, that's true. Who was the last big heel they had?
Well, it could be Sid if they'd let him heel out. But he's too busy pandering to the crowd.
Getting cheers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Waving the cheers on. And we're past the point. I mean, they're past the point where Rick, the crowd wants to like Rick. I mean, shit, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so
B minus. Harper, what do you give?
I agree. I'm B minus too.
A C.
Okay. So who you giving your Rolex to, Doc? Elegante?
No.
Negative.
That's going to be a no.
All right. Well, who gets it?
I think I'm going to give it to Dusty. I kind of like
that's true. Yeah.
I kind of like that segment. And I mean, shit, he had enough stroke to not come in and do something stupid. Like, at least, I mean, Flair cut his hair in some stupid, goofy haircut. Dusty's like, I'm back. I'm just going to be me. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going Dusty too.
Yeah,
Harper.
Dusty gets it.
All right. Well, you know who needs to get it too? His name is Hardbody Harper. So if you want a video shout out from him, some relationship advice, life advice, you want him to cut a promo on your enemies or best friends or family members that you can't stand because they're jackasses, well, send Harper an email to chrisharper16wildcat@gmail.com. That's chrisharper16wildcat with a K at gmail.com. And also PayPal him $20 to cc30388cc@yahoo.com. If you missed any of that, just check the show description and in the show notes. You will see the email address along with his PayPal address. Before we get out of here, I also want to mention our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT. Slightly classier, definitely more professional, but still fun nonetheless. They support us, please support them. And check out the Bottom Line Cast from Mike Prue and JV as they take care of the show called The Bottom Line Cast, which is a show on the career of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and they handle the ECW show on the Patreon feed. That's all I got. I'm blown up. I know Doc is blown up. If he says he's not, he is lying straight through his teeth because he told me at 5 o'clock this afternoon, bruh, I'm blown up already. I said, I hear you, pal. Doc, you got anything else before we roll?
No.
Harper, what about you?
Let's go.
Hit the tagline, pal.
Book it, bitch.